Huge college football fan, and I don't know that I've been more excited for a college football season than I am this year. Joining us, Assistant Athletic Director, Player Development, DJ Foster, ASU alumni. How excited are you about this team?
I'm so excited. It's been quite a journey these last 2 years, and it's just so fun to be in the building and to see the stories unfold, to go from our first year, winning 3 games, to last year being the Big 12 champion. There's just so much joy and love and passion for football in this building, and it's just so fun to see all those things align together.
So let's talk about last season. You were picked to be dead last in the conference. You win the conference championship. And I don't think there's anybody that's even all the unbiased fans, that you should have won that bowl game. You guys were the team. I'm not asking you to comment on that, but you were really a great team last year. How do you sum up last year?
Oh, I mean, every season is a story, and every game is a chapter. And I think, every game, win, loss, whatever it was, we learned and grew. We understood the pros, understood the cons, what we needed to take from each game. And I think that's how teams kind of develop and build throughout the season. You get that momentum by making those adjustments, those changes throughout the year. A lot of great storylines. I mean, obviously, Cam Scadaboo, a guy like Sam Levitt, who was just trying to earn the trust of his teammates, to earn the starting job, to being put on the national scale. I mean, our O-line, our defense, there's just so many pieces to the puzzle. And it was so fun to watch each one of these guys develop and mature throughout the year.
What is it like as an alumni that's played on that field to see a fan base and the stadium full and the student section lose their mind like they do? What's that like for you?
There was multiple times this year where, I had to hold back some tears just because of the love and joy that I see this community having for the school. And just to see the community engage, you saw the excitement, you saw the hunger. You felt like they were wanting something like this. They were waiting for something like this. So it's just so fun, just to see the fans and the people that were still part of the ASU community that were rooting for me 10 years ago. They're still here, and they're still excited, and they're still putting, their energy, their resources here just to provide something to this school. And it's just so fun to see the student section and all the community come out and enjoy the products on the field.
When you talk about player development, what does it mean to you to work with a coach like Coach Dillingham, who came out publicly and said, I don't want to be number one in recruiting, I want to be number one in retention, and have 17 starters come back, including a quarterback that could have gone anywhere to a program and played anywhere and started? What does it mean to you for that? And talk about what that means to have them return.
Oh, it's honestly, it's so impressive. And I think that was what Coach Dillingham's goal was, is to establish a culture that's so strong. You know what? You can't see it, and I tell these guys all the time, there's a monetary value. There's a value in a community. There's a value in a team that you love and you enjoy, a coach that you enjoy playing for. Like, it may not be an exact dollar sign that you can see at the time, but I try to tell them and teach them that there is value in that. So it's just so fun for these young people, for me to see them understand that, and then for them to understand just how important it is to be a part of a team and community. And like you said, to return a lot of those guys that could have had a lot of options, but you see the passion and the care they have for this place. And I think that's why you see how passionate they play on game day, because it matters to them.
So now you've gone from being picked to be dead last in the conference and surprising the world and winning the conference to now being the only team in the conference in the top 20 preseason. What now happens with that target on your backs? Well, how does that affect the team, or doesn't it affect the team?
I think, it's keeping that underdog mindset. I think our guys still have a big chip on the shoulder. You look at, Sam and JT and a lot of our guys, they still are relatively young in college football. That was their first year of playing a full season. So you got guys that are still trying to prove themselves. We have guys on our team that were all conference last year that are still working their butt off, that still have a lot to prove. So I think understanding we are circled on a lot of team schedule, and you're going to get the best game. You're going to get their best every single week. And I think, we trained in our offseason that way. We've been going through training camp that way. Is the same work we put in last year. We have to double down. We gotta up the ante a little bit and continue to, understand that, mistakes, playing hard, doing the things that we do well. We got to do that tenfold this year.
DJ, it is so much fun to meet you and talk to you for a few moments, because I'm such a big college football fan, and I love the energy around ASU football right now, and I'm glad an alumni like you gets to be a part of it and enjoy it. I wish you the best this season, and I hope we can come back and do this again and talk about what a great season it was at the end.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks, DJ. We'll be back.